Thank you for joining. Well, you guys, I did have another live planned, but I'm going to divert and we're going to do another subject matter this evening. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BeganJ129 Cash App, stickers and chats are welcome during the live stream. Thank you, Pale Rider, for sending the Queen information pertaining to the Idaho 4 case. I may go live again. Depends on my mood. If not, I'll do it early tomorrow. Pertaining to the text messages of the young ladies. Very disturbing information that has come about pertaining to those females. Rather disgusting in my opinion, but everyone's entitled to his or her opinion. This case I'm bringing to you is a couple years old. I cannot find a new video of the sentencing. Everything's older content, but I do have articles I found pertaining to the sentencing of this Mr. Lucio Diaz. So we're going to go back 2 years, and I'm going to bring you the information pertaining to the charges and the accusations against this male. Welcome to the Vault Excel. Thank you.
Now to the disturbing case of a janitor of infecting more than a dozen office workers with an incurable sexually transmitted disease. Those victims have filed a lawsuit against him. We told you about Lucio Diaz. He is charged with indecent assault and assault with a deadly weapon, accused of urinating in a woman's water bottle who eventually drank from it and tested positive for a disease. ABC 13 reporter Courtney Fisher is following this bizarre case. She is live with the details of the victim's lawsuit, and the numbers just keep going up, Courtney.
Yeah, Melanie, that's the story here, right? When our Jessica Willie broke this story back in October, we had just heard from one woman who said that she was angry, very upset, frustrated, because she says that she got this STD because Diaz urinated in her water bottle. Well, since October now, 12 more women have come forward. So that brings the total to 13 women saying this happened to them. And now they have all come together and are suing the building's management company, the owner, the maintenance company, and the cleaning company that Lucio Diaz worked for. Their attorney says that the companies allowed Diaz to keep working as a janitor in the office building despite knowing that he allegedly gave them herpes. Diaz was caught on camera back in August appearing to urinate in a water bottle of one of these women. She had set up a hidden camera after suspecting something was wrong. The attorney says that the company managing the building didn't notify all the tenants of what was going on until 6 days after seeing that video. This, again, back in October, and the former janitor was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in that video. This, again, back in October, and the former janitor was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on until 6 days after says that the company managing the building didn't notify all the tenants of what was going on until 6 days after seeing that
1 week
video.
almost.
This, again, back in October, and the former janitor was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, that deadly weapon being his own grip.
Exactly, discoloration, very true.
All 13 of them
very strange.
Need long-term treatment and care. A lot of them need psychological care. I mean, this is not something that is going to go away. These are all professional women. They were all working. This happened in a work setting. So they need a lot of answers and they need accountability. The number that these women are going to need for their lifelong care is going to be determined by experts. As far as our petition is concerned, obviously we are seeking the maximum allowed under Texas law. It's above $1 million per claimant.
Well, back in October, the company managing the property did send us a statement saying, quote, "We were immediately cooperating with police as soon as they were made aware of the potential issue, and that police told them to, quote, not approach Diaz so that he could be arrested." Again, we have reached out to them since this lawsuit has been filed. We've got a reporter working this story later today. Much more. There will be a press conference this afternoon, and of course, we will be there. By the way, this attorney representing these women believes there are more victims out there, Melanie.
Boy, it just keeps
getting live downtown. Courtney Fisher, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Just keeps getting stranger, Courtney. Thank you so much.
Well, you know, there will be more women because he's obviously had actual sex with women. So there's no telling how many women in the area, other parts of the United States, if he came from another country, that have been infected with the herpes. So herpes is the virus, if you're curious. I wonder how long he's had it. Where did he get it? Known carrier, him. Someone gave it to him, or he's the carrier, don't know. But he's gotten a 6-year sentence. So I'm showing you older content from 2 years ago because there's no video uploaded yet pertaining to his 6-year sentence. So we're just going to my community page and I'm playing you content from 2 years ago. Feel free to take the poll pertaining to what should happen to Mr. Diaz as far as, well, was the sentence appropriate? Only 2 people voted. No, the sentence was not appropriate. 6 years in prison. And that's Queen's dinner she had tonight. Fish, cauliflower, and white cheddar pasta. So you just heard from an attorney that's representing the women. That was 13 at that time. So then we're going to go back. We're just going to go back in time so you all can get a better understanding of what was going on at this office building. Welcome to the vault, everybody. And yes, they did smell a foul odor. Someone did smell a foul odor. And yes, someone should have noticed your water is yellow in color. Now, unless he had really clean pee, if you get my drift, clear rather, go figure, because I don't know.
Tonight, a janitor in an East Houston medical building facing disgusting allegations. Police say an employee contracted an STD after the janitor allegedly relieved himself in her water bottle.
Now, she claims she caught him doing it on a spy camera after becoming suspicious. Jason Miles is live outside the building with new details for us. Jason?
Hey there, guys. Yeah, I'm told the janitor cleaned this building every night, and the case against him may already be growing. Late this afternoon, court documents revealed at least 11 more complainants, in addition to the lady I interviewed, coming forward. Urine samples are part of the business in a family physician's office, but a longtime employee here who does not want to be identified never expected a sample in her personal water bottle.
Wow.
I felt disgusted.
The alleged victim says she became suspicious after detecting a foul odor in water from a break room cooler, and even more alarmed when it appeared water left on her desk, mostly used to make coffee, appeared tainted as well.
I raised it to my face, smelled it, and it smelled like urine.
Suspicions eventually prompted her to place a spy cam at her desk, and these screenshots are from a video showing the suspect conducting his regular cleaning duties, but also violating her water bottle, something clearly shown in the full video.
I just picked it up.
Let's go back. She suspected
Full
something
video.
from the
Picked it
odor.
up.
He's now touching his private
Also
area,
violating-
his pants. That's his crotch area, hands, top of his stomach. He's getting ready to relieve himself, okay, and pee in a bottle. And also he peed in the water dispenser. So it's not just water bottles left on their desk, which, as I said, if you got a fresh water bottle, you should know it's been tampered with because it should make a popping sound, breaking the plastic. Everybody knows that. Any type of soda pop, the plastic underneath, the little rim plastic, it should break. So if you've been opening and closing your water bottle, one, you should see that it's, as someone said in the chat, discolored without even having to smell it. You should see, okay, this water don't look right. Then once you see it don't look right, then you pull the top off, then you look at it, smell it, okay, something ain't right. So wonder did she go to her manager, office manager, supervisor to say, hey, I believe somebody's urinated in this bottle. Now, what are the odds they're working for a company that does samples? I guess urine samples for patrons. Is this where he got the great idea? Oh, they like working with people's urine? I'll pee in their water bottles. I'll pee in their water dispenser. This is crazy. Wow, wow, wow.
Violating her water bottle, something clearly shown in the full video.
I just picked it up, removed the cap, and proceeded to put his penis probably halfway into the bottle.
Wow.
And then he tilted it up so that his penis was surrounded by the water.
That video was part of the evidence used to charge 50-year-old janitor Lucio DIAZ with, among other things, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
It's not an allegation. There's video proof.
Most disturbingly, according to
She said it's not
Attorney
allegation.
Spurlock, is that her client, a 54-year-old mother of two, contracted herpes, for which DIAZ also tested positive.
It's really just disgusting. And my client will suffer.
So they did their homework. Lady put a spy cam at her desk. His private part is seen going inside of the bottle, tilting it. The woman gets herpes, and then he is tested, and he also has herpes. Of course.
The consequences of this man's actions for the rest of her life.
Spurlock plans to file a civil suit against building management and others who she claims ignored her client's initial concerns. She isn't surprised there may be.
As for the camera, he did not know the camera was there because he has been going around the office doing it in different places. So he don't know that somebody has a camera anywhere. She put a camera there because she went and smelled the bottle and saw something, smelled the bottle initially. The camera was put there after he had already peed in the bottle.
There may be more alleged victims, given that DIAZ told police, according to court records, he did it in other offices and that it was, quote, a sickness.
I hope he's punished. I hope that he gets, what he deserves.
Okay, so now they're saying other offices. Are we speaking of other offices in the medical building or other offices in the general area? Which is it? Or is it both? He cleaned several offices in the medical building and also cleaned offices in other jurisdictions. Also, people are going to ask how many sexual partners has he had? When did he contract the disease? And will anybody else come forward to say they've had sex with him and they also have herpes?
And I reached out to the building's owner as well as the janitorial service for which DIAZ worked. I haven't heard back from either. Meantime, I'm told DIAZ is in the custody of immigration authorities awaiting his first appearance in criminal court. Reporting live along.
Okay, so now we learn he wasn't even a citizen. See the things you learn? He wasn't even a citizen. Wow, 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 wow. Shut your mouth. Lucio DIAZ. He is now 53 years of age. That is him at the lady's desk after she had already had a run-in with a tainted bottle. She planted that camera to catch him. So obviously he went back to that same desk to re-pee in the desk. Wow, Lucio, you're a dirty bird, aren't you? So how many women have been infected through water bottles, soda pop bottles, and also sexual encounter with Mr. Lucio? He's received 6 years, okay? 6 years. Is it right sentence? 83% of you do not believe the sentence is accurate. 17% of you believe 10 years or more in prison. So I'm bringing you all the latest from years ago because they don't have a new video uploaded yet. Maybe tonight they'll have one, but I checked the queue and they don't have a video uploaded. There's only articles in the Google search. So I'm going to bring you another video of him in court a couple of years back, or maybe 2 years ago, Mr. Lucio in court. But he has been sentenced to prison this week, everybody. Wow, wow, wow. 6 years. Weigh in. Is it enough?
More than a dozen women who say they have now contracted an incurable sexually transmitted disease from a janitor tainting their water bottles at work. Well, they now filed a lawsuit.
Fox 26's Donnelly Keith is live at the Harris County Civil Courthouse where the suit was filed. Donnelly.
Yeah, 13 Houston women now have herpes simplex virus after investigators say a custodian at their office building was caught on hidden camera doing disturbing things to the water bottles they left on their desks overnight. Detectives say the custodian was intentionally trying to spread to them his incurable sexually transmitted disease.
That is
not only terrifying for them, but somewhat humiliating.
This man, Lucio Diaz, is now charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to these court documents, that deadly weapon is his bodily fluids.
And his disgusting actions have left many of us with permanent health concerns.
These attorneys are reading statements from the 13 women who have now contracted herpes after they say Diaz was tainting the water bottles they left in their offices when he was supposed to be cleaning the building at night when everyone was gone.
My baby asked me last time, Mom, you don't love me anymore, that's why you can't kiss me? I was never one to believe monsters existed until I was proven by humans that they exist.
When water bottles began to smell funny and sometimes had urine in them, one woman left a hidden camera on her desk, and detectives say the custodian, Diaz, is on video unzipping his pants and rubbing himself on the interior and mouth of the bottle.
Wow.
According to the attorneys, the building owner waited 6 days before notifying other tenants in the building, which is full of private physician practices.
Even after the building management knew about the video, they did not contact the police. Our clients did.
He was allowed to come back in, and he continued to conduct himself this way. And there's, who knows how many people picked up their water bottle during that
Probably
6
not.
days.
You probably wouldn't believe her.
Affected by his actions.
Now, according to investigators, when the janitor was allowed to return to work, the woman's hidden camera caught him once again tainting her water bottle. Now, the lawsuit has been filed against everyone from the building owner to the cleaning company that hired the man. The attorneys say they have no idea how many victims are out there. Reporting live downtown, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26.
So that's right. Don't know how many women there are total. Obviously, it's revenge because he has the herpes, mad at the world. I'm assuming that's why he was doing it. Revenge. This is probably worse than revenge porn. Lucio Diaz, 53 years of age. Janitor sentenced 6 years after being convicted of urinating in bottles, giving women incurable STDs. ABC 13 is the source, everybody. A man is facing time behind bars after being convicted of contaminating water bottles in an office building where he worked as a janitor. Lucio Diaz was charged with indecent assault and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, being his bodily fluids containing herpes simplex 1 virus, according to law firm Abraham Watkins. On Wednesday, Diaz was sentenced to 6 years in prison. In August of 2024, a woman reported that she noticed a foul smell in the employee water dispenser at the doctor's office on the East Freeway where she works. Afterwards, she vowed to drink only water bottles that she brought to work. Then in late September, she thought her own water bottle had been tainted with urine. Court records show a urinalysis confirmed it. But it was the spy camera that she bought that left no questions. She said she shared only a still image from the video that allowed ABC 13 to watch it in its entirety. So court records say a urinalysis of the bottles proved that it was urine inside of the bottles. And naturally, once they tested urine, they probably also test for any type of STDs, infections, bacteria. Okay, so she gave the tape to ABC 13, and they were able to watch the entire tape of him contaminating the bottles. Further testing brought devastating news to the 54-year-old victim, who learned she had acquired a non-curable sexually transmitted disease. A lawsuit was initially filed on behalf of 4 women who worked in an East Houston office building where Diaz was a janitor. The women reportedly tested positive for incurable sexually transmitted diseases after coming in contact with water bottles. So it says, filed by 4 women. But we did learn in this commentary I played earlier, it was a total of about 13 that came forward. So initially, 4 women got an attorney. The women reportedly tested positive for incurable sexually transmitted diseases after coming in contact with water bottles infected by Diaz. The law firm said that the lawsuit was filed. 9 of the women who worked in the same building came forward with the same allegations and diagnoses. The lawsuit names the building's owner, building's management company, the maintenance company, and the cleaning company that employed Diaz. And as you heard, management knew that he was under suspicion, and yet it took him 6 days before handling it appropriately. Why 6 days? Because every day counts when you have someone who's feeling the need to do this purposefully to infect women. So 1, when did Lucio contract herpes? Number 2, how many women has he had sexual activity with? Has he also had any activity with any other people, persons, children, men? Don't know, just asking. What is the lawsuit at now? Have they settled with all these entities? Buildings management, buildings owner, maintenance company, and the cleaning company. ABC 13 is the source if you need verification for the information. Wow. Jesus, somebody says cut it off. Whew. Now, as someone in the chat is saying, imagine you get the disease and then let's say you're in a relationship. So how many women were in relationships with men, women, whomever, and then that person got symptoms and thought perhaps their lover had cheated on them? And imagine it could have gotten violent as well. You've been lying to me. You're giving me a disease. You cheated on me. No, I haven't. I haven't been with anybody else. So guess what? 9 times out of 10, out of 13 women, at least half have had sex with somebody during the time they got the herpes. So that means other people have it and they also can sue. Checkmate. DIAZ pled guilty to 1 charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, his own body fluids. Ooh, Lord have mercy. 6 years in prison, weigh in. Is that enough time for infecting 13 women? Because common sense will tell you he is 50 plus years old. He's probably slept with more than 13 women in his lifetime. 6 years in prison. Weigh in, everybody. Latest news coming out of Texas. Caught on tape going back to the woman's desk to urinate in her water bottle. She put up a spy camera and caught him. So these were water bottles that were left in their offices overnight. Why would you drink water that's been left out overnight? Well, people do it all the time, Sky. People do all type of things. People put their food in the refrigerator at work, their soda pop bottles, coffee, go back in next day. Oh, I left my food, I left mine. Then they go back in, reheat it up. Don't know if somebody's tainted it, put something in it. People do it all the time. Blind trust. It's what we do. Don't think. You leave candy bars, snacks in your desk. You don't think somebody's coming in there pushing a needle through the bag, putting a hole in the bag, putting something inside of your Cheetos bag, soda pop bottle, can. It's all the same. It's all the same. They've already told you anyway not to even reuse water bottles. Once you drink the water out of a bottle, soda pop, throw the bottle away. I read that recently. Don't reuse any bottles, containers. Throw them away. That's what I got for you guys. I'm thinking about coming back to read some very interesting information pertaining to the Idaho 4 roommates. It's going to be bad. And as I said to you all in the live I did earlier, 3+ hour live, please check it out. Mr. Gonsalves, what do you have to say about these text messages? Because a dump was done and you don't want anyone victim blaming, victim shaming. Well, you still going to ride that ride now? With all those phone calls those girls made to different people? Because I stopped counting after about 4 or 5 at 7 a.m. in the morning. So at this point, there's no way I believe anybody was in shock. Say it again, Queen. Nobody was in shock at 7 p.m. Hello, Bell Rider. Thank you. Got Texas in the building. And also, yes, Pell says taking pictures. So I always tell people, when you don't have a discerning spirit, you can't really understand what it is. Some of you don't have it. Some of you don't have the gift. It's not your fault. But Queen does. Thank you, Jesus. I knew something wasn't right 2 years ago, before I heard this 911 call. And now we know that what we thought went on 2 years ago never happened. Nobody passed out outside Hell, we don't even really know if a door was open or not. First floor. That's why I keep trying to tell people, stop passing gossip. Get a receipt first. So now we got receipts almost 2.5 years later, and the receipts don't look good. So whether they knew this guy, helped this guy, whatever, however you want to word it, it still don't look good. You're up 7 a.m. texting people, calling people, Snapchat, all type of shit, TikTok. Those sound like shock to me. You're shocked at what? Dylan, what were you shocked about? Bethany, she's only going by what she told her, allegedly. That's my next live stream, everybody. I'll be back shortly. Thank you for your time. Prayers to the victims of this lawsuit. Don't know if they'll get any money or gotten any money thus far. Didn't see anything in the search that they have won a lawsuit by the companies that they've sued pertaining to Mr. LUCIO DIAZ. But this man now has been given a 6-year sentence. I'm assuming in prison in Texas or wherever. And the point will be how many more people he's infected, and will anybody else come forward anonymously or reveal themselves to say they also believe they have contracted herpes by him sexually and or from those water bottles through the people who were infected, the women that were infected. And he made sure to put it only in, I guess, the women's water bottles, but then he also put it in the cooler, and naturally men drink from the cooler, men possibly work in the offices, so he didn't really care. And that's what I didn't hear. I didn't hear that any men contracted herpes. Because conversation tell you all types of people drink from a water cooler. So have any men been infected with herpes and they didn't think anything about it? They just accepted it, thought maybe they got it from some chick, some girlfriend, wife, and let it ride. But they got it from the water cooler. The plot thickens. Thank you for your time. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below, take the poll, follow the queen on the news breakout, and also Instagram, bigsexy.71. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $McAngie129 Cash App. I'll be back with live number 3. We're going to go into the belly of the beast of these text messages that were sent to me, the time frame of them rather, of Dylan and Bethany up in the AM, shocked from the masked man. I smell bullshit. I call bullshit. Now imagine what's going to happen come trial time. This ain't going to look good. And only a fool would keep their head in the sand and say, oh, they were in shock. No, ma'am. Thank you for your time. You have been listening to The Volatile.